that's one of the things that drew me to Hinduism. Now, granted, in India, there's a lot of cultural problems with being gay. But in Hinduism itself, there's kind of a, I don't say much of anything about it. And that meant a lot to me, because I really struggled with that when I was your age and a little bit older. I really took the idea of eternal damnation seriously. And that scared me quite a bit at that age. So with Hinduism, the idea that everyone makes it home. No child's left behind. So it's like everyone gets to make it home. And that really appealed to me. And again, it's not about asserting certain beliefs. It's like everyone will make it home eventually. And that's where the idea of reincarnation comes in and whatnot. And that just made sense to me. And that really worked for me. So that's another reason why I moved more into the Hindu direction in my life. I don't know what else. So how I practice it today, I meditate.
One other thing you might want to speak about that I think, can you talk about what it was like to be in an ashram?
Sure. So when I was in India, I was in an ashram, and the ashram was very beginning. Like, it was very small. We literally had grass huts. We had a few brick huts and 4 or 5 grass huts, and that's kind of, and my teacher at the time was very unknown. So it was a very small, intimate setting, and we would wake up in the morning, meditate together, and then we would do, eat and all that, but we would do a little service, usually working, planting gardens and working in the garden. And then in the afternoon we would meditate, and in the evening we would have what is called satsang, which is a gathering where we would chant, sing, and the teacher usually would give some topic, some talk on something. And that's kind of was the routine. And it was very early on. And also in India, I learned to teach his breathing techniques, his meditation techniques. So I was sent out in southern India, and I would get together with groups and form groups and teach meditation. It was very interesting to be 21, 22 years old, teaching meditation to Indians. And oddly enough, because I was an American, it was very easy for me to get big groups together, because they were fascinated. Who's this white kid teaching meditation? So oddly enough, that was an advantage there. The Indian teachers had a little harder time. And I did that, and then when I came back to the States, I taught around, traveled around the country teaching meditation and whatnot, giving all kinds of workshops. So that's a little bit, I don't know if that answers your question.
The one question that I received, and I don't know the answer to, in your experience, obviously some time ago, is the caste system alive and well in India? Is it an integral part of Hinduism? What does that look like?
Unfortunately, it is alive and well, and there's many reformers trying to change that. That's been in contentions all along. And there are many schools of thought seeing the caste system, it's mentioned in the Hindu scriptures. And that, in India, it's like I hesitate to say Hindu scriptures, because within India there are thousands of scriptures, and they contradict each other. And it's not like one, it's like if you're a worshiper of Vishnu, God in the form of Vishnu, you have your set of scriptures. If you're a certain sect within that school of thought, you have your own set of scriptures. So it gets very, there are just thousands of different scriptures, so some of them will contradict each other. So on the line of the caste system, the traditions that I'm more familiar with are really working hard to break that system. They see the caste system not as a solid, this is stratification of society, it's more of just an explanation of society. Like